Let me just make sure I can hear myself because we had technical difficulties a few seconds ago. I couldn't even tell you what the problem was, but yeah, we live over here. We good money. We good money, y'all. We good money. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. First of all, it's good to be back in the mix of the this Madden thing. You know what I mean? Had to take some time off to tackle a few things, over here on my end. So I tapped out a lot sooner than I actually wanted to back to the last Madden, but it happens. It happens, and no biggie. You know what I'm saying? No biggie at all. But we back now. I know I'll be back once the new one drop. So we here, man. So first I want to say to everybody, I want to thank everybody for the support going back to last Madden. You know what I'm saying? Because all of you dudes rocked out with me from beginning to end. And I really appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciated that. You guys you guys supported, hung around, you know what I'm saying, and competed from day one to the last day up until, you know, every drop. Like you guys got every drop out of that Madden 22. So that is definitely appreciated. But we back. This 23 is pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? Right now, a lot of stuff it seemed like that was going on in the last one don't really seem like it's going to go on in this one. I just hope that when they put this patch out, that the patch don't ruin things. You know, my personal, feelings and thoughts about the game. I like it. Is the pass rush a little aggressive? Yeah, I would say. But you know what? They're not aggressive every play. Like, to me, it's kind of like, to be honest with you, it's kind of like, the real deal in real life. Like, if you think about the real NFL, um, most of the times you only get about 3 seconds to get rid of that ball. Sometimes 4 or 5. So every play that you drop back to pass is always gonna vary. Sometimes you'll get 2 seconds, sometimes you'll get 5 seconds, and that's pretty much what's going on this game. You got to pick your spots. You got to really take what the defense give you. If you think that you're just gonna call set up to just throw a bomb, you might be disappointed. You got to pick and choose. You got to be able to know when you're able to throw that bomb. That's what I'm saying right now. Like, yeah, your play call is to go deep, but guess what? If you don't have time to go deep, you got to go short. So you got to pick your poison in this one. So I don't really have a problem with what's going on. I haven't really played nobody, to be honest. I played my first online game last night. Dude quit on me. But for the most part, I've just been in practice mode, just working on a new passing mechanic. I think that precision passing, I think that's the difference. I think that the more and more you're able to get comfortable with that, I think that's the separation you're going to see between certain players and others. You're going to have your guys that's still going to play on classic mode. I mean, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I had enough of that classic mode passing. Too many passes last Madden. You try to throw a ball, a certain area don't get there. With this precision passing, you could literally put that ball where you want. So it gets no better than that. But we here to knock out these Madden awards. We're gonna knock out these Madden 22 awards. I did it for the last 2 years. This is the third time I'm doing this, and this is the latest I ever done it. I normally would have had this done before the new Madden dropped, but all you gotta do is just listen. Like, it's not like you gotta play a whole game or anything like that. So, so it's always cool. It's always cool to give guys their flowers and everything, from the work they put in from the last one. So that's what this pretty much all about. You know what I'm saying? Just things like that, just letting it be known of who did what, and, just putting the highlight, shedding the light on certain people and just the league in general. Like I say, man, a lot of dudes reached out to me and told me they thought that my league was the best league that they ever been a part of, and I appreciate that. Honestly, I'm just gonna try to keep improving. I'm not gonna take a step back. But a few things I want to touch on before I get into the Madden Awards. this upcoming leagues that we have for this new Madden. Let me tell y'all, man. Y'all have all been playing in my leagues for a couple of years now, right? So nobody's new to this. So with that being said, like the rules, like anytime you breaking rules, like there's no more warnings and stuff like that. We just hammering out the gate. You know, I feel like at this point, if you doing something you got no business doing, it's just you either just trying to get slick and you just disregarding then what the rules are. I'm a fair guy. Y'all know that. Y'all never caught me trying to get slick or do anything for the betterment of myself. So I hold myself at a high regard. So I hold y'all at a high regard as well. So just moving forward, man. Trades, like any of you guys making trades, all trades must be approved by commissioners. Now the difference what I'm doing this year with trades opposed to last year is that there's been a few times you guys would DM me and I'll be like, and y'all be like, yo, is this trade good? And I'll be like, all right, cool. But from now on, trades, the majority must be approved by the commissioners, meaning that there is no one man that could just approve a trade. If it's four commissioners and three of them say no, then it's a no. Then it's a done deal. No trade. You know what I'm saying? So it's always got to be majority. You know what I'm saying? If the majority of commissioners say it's cool, then it's cool. That's how we doing it from here on out. I was gonna turn the trades off, and when a trade is set to go down, I was gonna have myself or one of the commissioners able to turn it back on, so people won't just be making trades behind the scenes. But the only problem with that is that I feel like that's gonna slow down the league. I feel like if I do that, that's gonna really slow down the league, and I don't want to hold nobody up. I don't want to make a guy have to wait till tonight to play because I'm saying I got to turn the trade on. So I don't want to do that. So because I'm not turning the trades off, I'm telling you now, anybody caught making trades that have not been approved is going to be punishment out the gate. There is no warnings. There is no none of that. It's straight punishment from the start. Now, the new way I'm handling punishments this year that I've never handled it before, I'm gonna do suspensions. A lot of times I turn players down and everything, and that's still an option. That's probably still gonna come as well, depending on the infraction that you did. But for the most part, I'm gonna be suspending guys. So that's the new way we're gonna be handling stuff. So basically, what I mean is, if you got caught out there making a trade that has not gotten approved, you're gonna have to sit. Let's say you have to sit your quarterback down. He's gonna have to miss the next 2 games. And now I'm telling you now, if I tell you you gotta sit a player and you're playing your next game, and I'm gonna let the opponent know this guy's supposed to be benched, and if this guy's not benched, back out the game. You're gonna get the force win, and that's that simple. You understand? We're not going to play around nobody. We've all been playing too long to still be breaking rules. I don't even have a lot of rules, So the little rules that I have, you guys should be able to follow with no problem. I don't ask for much. I'm not somebody that always got his hands on everything to control how y'all play and all these different type of things. But come on now, the little stuff that I ask, y'all could at least acknowledge that. Don't make a trade that haven't been approved. And broadcasting, we laying the hammer on that too. You guys got to get your broadcasting game together. I will say 95%, 97% of the league broadcast with no problem. For you guys that use Twitch, you must switch them settings to where that the game can be seen after you played. Because when you use Twitch, if you're not watching live, you won't be able to catch nothing. And what I think I'm also gonna do is I think I'm gonna go into the whole taking down your cast thing. I think I'm gonna remove that. I don't think nobody should be allowed to take their cast away. I mean, look, if this is football, right? Let's keep it football. Like, if somebody's scouting you, so what? At the end of the day, isn't that part of the game? Like, why is that a knock? Why is that considered a bad thing? Me myself, I don't scout nobody. Not because I'm saying I'm too good for it. I don't feel like it, to be honest, and I don't have time to. But for anybody that does, like for instance, if I play somebody and I was like, yo, good game, bro, and he said, yo, I ain't gonna front. That scouting I did paid off. I can't say, oh, yo, you soft for scouting me. Yo, you smart. That's what they do in sports, right? Baseball, football, basketball. Isn't that part of the team meetings when they sit in the meetings and watch tape? So why is that considered a bad thing? You know, bottom line is, if somebody's scouting you and you feel like they've been scouting you and you see that playing off as y'all playing, then you're gonna have to do something different. I don't consider it a bad thing, you know, and the reason why I'm considering removing that is because I had a couple of issues last year with it. You know, when somebody said this person took this down, I'm just saying those are unnecessary headaches. You know, like I always tell y'all, the goal for me and my leagues is to be stress-free and fun at the same time. That's all I want in my league. I just want the league to be stress-free and fun. That's it. I don't want to turn this into no headache where something I got to really sit down and put, like, oh, man, like what I'm going to do. And you know, people just blowing up my phone. I don't want to have to go through all that, man. We all grown. You know what I'm saying? We all play this for fun. Keep it fun. Like, you know, like a lot of nonsense that went on last year, you know, I just don't have the patience for it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I say, man, most of you guys that's been playing with me, been playing me for years now. So, to be honest with you, there is no reason for any rules to be broken. You understand? Like, it's all games. It's all fun and games. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun and games. Like, don't break a rule. Like, some of you guys just go so hard that you're willing to break a rule just to get over. Like, it ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. So, listen, just follow the rules, man. Just follow the rules and you'll be fine. Because I'm telling you, last year y'all heard me say several times, yo, this is your warning, final warning. There is no warnings in this upcoming league. Let me just repeat that. There is no warnings. The first time you break a rule, you getting punished. And I told you, the new punishment that I'm adding this year that I've never added is suspending players. Meaning, I'm going to tell you what player is suspended. You know, for the next, I'm telling you, you got to sit this guy down, you know, 2 games or whatever. And if you're playing that next game without sitting that, I'm like, if, you know, remember, I do the 5th quarter. So if I tell you, yo, next week, you got to sit this player down, you know, I'm going to let your opponent know, yo, look, when you play such and such, he got to sit this guy down. And if he don't play the game. You're going to get the forced win. You understand? It's simple as that. Like, it's really not that hard. It's really not nothing to go back and forth about. If you got a player that's suspended, sit him down. Don't try to get slick because you're the only one that's going to lose in the long run. Trust me when I tell you, you're going to lose because you're going to get a forced loss. And guess what? If you think that the following week you're going to be able to bring him back, you're not. The suspension is not going to go away until he actually misses games. So the choice is yours. You could do it the easy way or the hard way. My advice to you, anybody caught breaking rules, and I tell you this player got to be sat down for however many games, if you choose not to do it, the only thing you're doing is just prolonging the suspension. The suspension is not going to go away, and you're piling up forced losses at the same time. So do the right thing. It's simple. It's not a hard thing. It's not a hard thing to do at all. Like, you know, the reason why so many people like my league, what I learned is that there are not a lot of commissioners out here that have leagues that's honest and fair. You know, a lot of guys that have these leagues always try to get slick. I've been a part of quite a few leagues over the years where the commissioners did a lot of bogus stuff. You know, and I can't lie, man. If you're a part of a league where the commissioners straight up and do the right thing, honest and fair, yo, that's a fun league to be a part of. And that's what I hold my hat on when it comes to me and my own leagues. I don't try to get over and do nothing. I look out for y'all more than I look out for myself. And y'all know that. When it comes down to taking teams, like for the betterment of the league, I'll take a team that I wasn't even eyeing. I took the Jags last year in Madden 22. I wasn't looking to take the Jags, but the way everything played out, the way guys were sending me their list of teams. Remember, when I pick these teams, I go by how long you've been down, how much, like how often do you follow rules, how active you are, and how much of a headache you've been. And the last thing that plays a part is me setting up these divisions. I don't want to have a division with 4 people. Everybody in the division is under a 500 player, and I don't want to have in the division where everybody is a Super Bowl contender. So remember, the way I set these leagues up with these teams, all of that plays a role. So division placement plays a part. So if you don't get your first option and you got your second option or third option, it's a couple of things that played a factor. You understand? So setting up these divisions is not an easy thing to do, but at the same time, I think it's the best. I think it's the best that way, rather than me just granting everybody a team because yo, you've been down this and that. And remember, most of you guys that's in WIT is in AGS anyway, so nobody gets the same team in both leagues. You understand? So if you don't get a team you really want in this league, chances are you're gonna get them in the next league. You understand? So don't trip on the teams so much all the time because I mean it always boils down to the player. You understand? It all boils down. We don't do 1 year. Like the problem with a lot of you guys is that a lot of y'all get caught up with who you have as if like this is just a 1 year league. This is a league that you got to build on. Because let's just be honest, some of you guys had teams last year who was ready now to win the Super Bowl and didn't even like put no work in with them. So it ain't always about the team. It's about having pieces that you like to build around that. Some of you guys actually missed that. Now, granted, I understand there are, and there's not many. The only team I could think of that probably don't really have too much going on is the Texans. And whoever ends up with the Texans, you know, you will get looked out for. Meaning I'm gonna give you some upgrades. Whether it's 2 X Factors or X Factor and a superstar, you're going to get looked out. I'm not just going to leave you with the Texans. That's it and say, find your way. You know, y'all already know I look out. I look out as much as I can. So, you know, don't always get caught up in who you got. Just work on, you know what I'm saying, what you can do, what you can build. That's why when we drop these awards, we have awards for things that's called like best GM and stuff like that, because it ain't always about who you have now. It's about who you can get on your team as time moving forward. Now, before I get into the awards and everything, I will say another thing I like about this Madden's awards this Madden 23 is that I heard about the way free agency is. See, now free agency just ain't about how much money you throw somebody. You could throw somebody your whole free agency money and they'll still turn you down. A lot of things comes into play here when free agency is here. So, you know, this Madden is going to be fun. It's going to be fun because I'm going to make sure that on top of what they added to make it fun, we're going to make it fun. I'm going to make it fun. Fifth quarter is going to be here. Like, you know, I stopped doing fifth quarter and all that before as towards like the end of the year as far as Madden 22 because I was already caught up into taking care. I didn't have time to do it. But trust and believe, the fifth quarter is back, baby. We got the fifth quarter up and running. So, you know, fifth quarter, I think, is a stable part of my leagues. Like, a lot of you guys always look forward to that. A lot of you guys hit me up in the DM, yo, fifth quarter. A lot of you guys get big wins. And let's be honest, like, if you got a big win, shouldn't that be talked about? If you blew a game in the final second, shouldn't that be talked about? So this is what the fifth quarter bring to the table. So fifth quarter, we'll be back with this new Madden League, you know, for the Madden 23. And like I said, I just wanted to touch on a few things before we get into the awards. You know, I ain't going to keep y'all too long. I know it's Sunday. Some of you guys probably in the lab doing what you got to do, working on your art. Some of you guys just probably out, period. So, you know, or probably stepping out. So I ain't gonna hold y'all, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to touch bases with y'all a little bit. Most of you guys sent me a list already for y'all teams that y'all want. And I can't lie, it's a lot of shockers that I see. A lot of teams that you guys sent me, I'm shocked, but I'm also impressed. You understand? Because normally what we normally would have is a lot of guys will always go for the same teams. But I can honestly say it's kind of spread around this time around. A lot of guys is asking for teams that I didn't even see coming, you know, and that's also a testament to you. Like, some of you guys are that confident in your game where it's like, you know what, I know this team ain't all that, but you know what, this team got a couple of pieces over there that I know I could twerk with, that I can add on and make them somebody. I respect that. You understand? I respect that. You know, again, as for me, I don't even know who I'm getting yet. You know, so I can't start handing guys their team yet until I figure out who me and the commissioners have. Like I said, for me, last year, Madden 22, I ended up with the Jags. Trust me, that was not on my radar. You understand? But I did it for the betterment of the league because the way everything played out, it was best for me to take the Jags. You understand? So that's just another example of me putting y'all first before I even put myself. You know, and I was cool with it. And I will say, I gotta say this. With me taking the Jags last year, who I wasn't considering at all, I gotta honestly say I'm actually considering taking them this Madden. Like, I like the pieces that they added on that team, and I like the fact that, you know, with the pieces that they have is young pieces, and you can build around that. So the Jags is definitely one of my options. Go figure. I didn't want them at all last Madden. Ended up playing with them. And now the new Madden, I'm like, yo, these guys are actually one of my options. And like I say, some of you guys already with the teams that y'all sent me, I'm impressed. You know, I'm impressed. So, you know, I'm proud of y'all, man. Some of you guys ain't just caught up into just, you know, the hype of one particular team. Some of you guys just like, yo, I'm gonna make this team work as who I am. Gotta respect that. Gotta respect that. But let's get into these Madden awards, man. Let's get into these Madden awards. You know, how we gonna do it? We're gonna say we're gonna name the you know, whatever that particular award is, and then we're gonna name the nominees for that award, and then we're gonna pick the winner. And you know, and speak on that a little bit. We're gonna keep it moving. You know what I mean? So let's get into it. Without further ado, the first award we have is most impactful player. And what I mean by that is the guys that was new to the league but made an impact. You know, so this is all to the new guys that came along. You know, this ain't for guys that's been down. You know, this is for guys that came in and made a name for themselves. You know, gotta respect that. These guys had big wins. These guys had you know, these guys became somebody where you looked up and seen that you had them on your schedule. You knew you had it to really bring it. Now, this is the only award that it's a tie with, right? So the nominees are my boy Big Game James, Dwayne, believe it or not, yes, Dwayne is a nominee for most impactful player. You understand? The thing about it is that he came a long way. I done watched this man climb from no man's land into you can't just come in now and just do whatever you want. You got to actually play him. So he came in and impact. My boy Snub, who took over the Packers and with y'all remember Snub? Snub came on and made a name for himself. And DP, that was Buffalo. He came in and made a name for himself. These are all the new guys. There were a couple of other new guys too. Last Madden, but these guys right here in particular, in my opinion, came on and made a name for themselves. Now this is a tie. This was really hard to do. This is the only tie, by the way. You know, this is the first tie in history, but I really could not give it to one more than the other, so I had to make it a tie. And for the first tie in history, we got Big Game James and DP. Big Game James, man, when he came on, took over the Chargers, nobody knew who he was. I knew who he was from the other league that I was in him with, the other league that I was with him in, right? And even with that, Live Kid, Live Kid definitely should have been up here, but the only reason why I didn't put him up here is because I got him and some other stuff, you know what I mean? So, you know, but Live Kid, that's Jaja. And for y'all don't know who Live Kid is, the money league that I just had, that's who won the Super Bowl. But most of you guys are familiar with him. The Wit, you guys that's just in Wit don't really know who he is, but dude is a beast. Dude is a baller, you know what I mean? And like I say, he proved it in the money league, you know what I'm saying? He had the Colts and AGS, ITT. He had the Ravens, three-peat. You know, but this ain't just for Wit though, Bap. This is awards for all the leagues put together. But the only reason why I didn't really put Live Kid, because he Live Kid definitely could have been in here, but I got him in other stuff, so I just left him out on here. But Live Kid definitely is a force to be reckoned with, hands down. But I split this award up for this one. For DP and Big Game James. These two guys came out of nowhere. Nobody knew who they was. But please believe, at the end of the season, you knew who these guys was. You know what I'm saying? You knew who these guys was. They was a stable piece in the league, constantly, always making the playoffs, always getting big playoff wins, always getting big wins during the regular season period. So shout out to you guys, Big Game James, DP. You guys stepped up, and you know, you definitely you definitely put a name out there for yourself. So nobody knew who you guys was at the beginning of last Madden, but at the end of last Madden, trust me, when guys see you on their schedule, they know they're gonna have to bring it. So shout out to you guys. Moving right along. Next award we got is Most Improved Player. Now, this award goes to guys that, was a doormat, guys that you looked up on your schedule and always felt like, oh, that's a win. But these guys had the drastic improvement to the point that they got big wins against some top players. And the nominees for this award is BJ, Rico, K-Love, and Dwayne. All right, those are the guys who I think are most improved players. These guys were punching bags for a while, and they turned it around and definitely started stringing together some wins. That just goes to show you, the more reps you get, the better you'll get. So without further ado, the winner in this category for most improved player goes to my dude Dwayne. Shout out to you, Dwayne. I remember a couple of years ago when you played, when you was playing, bro, and you was always considered, somebody that was going to get a loss. But I've seen you this Madden, bro, last Madden, I've seen you dive in, and I've seen you to beat guys like Pearl, who's one of the top guys in the league. So once you did that and you actually made the playoffs, that opened up my eyes a lot, bro. So shout out to you on that note. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely deserve that. I can't even front on it. Your game came a long way, bro. Your game came a long way. Like I've seen all the lumps you took, and I seen where you at today. So great job on your end, man. Shout out to you, Dwayne. You well deserved. And hopefully you'll keep working on that, and you'll be doing your thing. Move right along. Next award we got is Best Passer. Best Passer. These guys are considered air out guys that when you know they're gonna air you out, and then you pretty much still cannot, do nothing with it, right? So that's what you call, some boys that really know how to put that thing in the air. And the nominees for Best Passer is P.E. Earl, Bat, Money Mascot, and Live Kid, aka Jaja. These guys, like I said, in my opinion, were the top passes of Madden 22. And unfortunately, we're only gonna give it to one player, to one guy, and I can't lie, I gotta give this award to Live Kid. Live Kid came in like a storm. His passing game was A1, with Live Kid really, to be honest with you, what he really impressed me with the most is that I don't think he won in AGS. I don't think he won a bowl with the Colts, but he damn sure made the Super Bowl with the Colts their first year, first season. He made the bowl with the Colts. So with that being said, man, you got to give a dude his credit, right? He had the Ravens in my ITT league, and I think he won I know he won back-to-back, but either he won back-to-back. My joke just cut off on me, but we back, y'all. So yeah, so he either repeated or he three-peated in ITT. But even with that said, right, I'm still telling you, I'm still here to tell you, I was most impressed with what he did with the Colts. You understand? See, when you see guys play with the Colts and certain teams like that, and you see the work that they put in, I don't care if you didn't win the Super Bowl. The fact that he made it to the Super Bowl with the Colts, three-peat. All right, I stand corrected. Three-peat. There we go. He three-peated with the Ravens, right? Very impressive. Now I know some of you guys look at that and say, well, he had the Ravens. Well, year 4 the bowl didn't get played. Oh wow, okay. My bad, bro. We cut you short, huh? But look, here's the thing. You look at that, right? You say, well, he had the Ravens, so why wouldn't he repeat? Okay, well, let's look at all the other leagues who had the Ravens. Nobody won Super Bowls with the Ravens in my other leagues. So let's not act like if you got the Ravens, it's an automatic bowl. You understand? That man had to put in work. But again, he impressed me the most with what he did with the Colts. See, it don't even matter that he didn't win. That he didn't win the bowl. I don't care if he made it to the bowl with the Colts and he lost to the Rams or somebody like that. Yo, all right, I'm not interested in that. I'm seeing what this guy did with the Colts. You understand? That opened up my eyes and showed me, oh, this dude is a player. So, Live Kid, in my opinion, best passer, man. Best passer, hands down. He hardly ran the ball. You know, he passed pretty much all the time. And even when you knew he was passing, it was like, you know, you had to really work to stop it. So, like I said, I could have easily had him in that most impactful player, you know, and he could have won that easily. But because he wasn't in all the leagues like that, I couldn't just throw him in there. But you know, I definitely acknowledge who he is, and he's definitely you know, a monster. So shout out to you, Live Kid. You're also one of them guys that people didn't know who you were in the beginning, but they know now. Next we got Best Rusher. Best Rusher. These guys are the guys that you know when you come into the game, they're going to pound 95% of the game. And even with that being said, you look up, they still got over 100 yards rushing. So, let's get into the nominees for this. We got Relly, Rico, Norm, and Claw. Those are my nominees for best rusher. And like I say, like these are the guys that pound that ball, and you had to really work to really like trying to slow them down. So with that being said, man, I'm going to give this award to Norm. You know, Norm definitely, you know, I think probably led the league in rushing every season, you know. But here's the thing, and some of you guys just get caught up into stats, right? I think Norm led the league in rushing every season, but it translated to no bowls. You know, it translated to no bowls. It translated to no Super Bowl appearances period. So just because you're the best rusher or best passer really doesn't mean anything. You still gotta, other things play a factor, you know. So I gotta give this award to Norm. He definitely put up some crazy numbers, especially when he had Derrick Henry. He put up some historic numbers with Derrick Henry, you know. So shout out to Norm. You know, I gotta give that to him. Now we got best defensive player, and these are the guys that, you know, when you look up and you face these guys, you already know, yo, all right, these guys are gonna come with some defensive schemes that we're gonna have to figure out. They made it tough, you know what I'm saying? They made it tough, and the nominees for best defensive player, we got Big Game James, myself, who's Why Not, in case y'all don't know when I say myself. So we got Why Not, Big Game James, Murph, and Claw. These are guys that I think really, like, you know, clamp down and really show their defensive prowess out there, right? And you know, with everybody that I named, right? Everybody is definitely well deserved that could win this award. But I can't lie, I had to go with Claw in this one because yeah, I know Claw definitely ended up with top players at, you know, all these different positions. But again, I think some of you guys just get caught up into names
opposed to still playing, because some guys had great teams and couldn't do nothing, you know. I know, really definitely could have been in here, but I didn't want to make it 5 nominees. I wanted to keep it 4, but I felt like Madden 22. I felt like really offense. Caught up with his defense. I think really defense kind of took a back seat to his offense, because really offense improved, in my opinion, on Madden 22. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that certain guys just know certain guys' game style. Like certain guys just know how certain guys play. You know what I'm saying? So really definitely still a defensive guy. You know what I'm saying? But I just kind of felt like, these guys, was 24/7, like. But yeah, the Claw got my award for best defensive player. I know he had a lot of cheese with him and all of that, but again, you still got to perform, and that he did. You know what I'm saying? That he did. So Claw got best defensive player for Madden 22. Next we got worst GM. Worst GM. Now, worst GM means a couple of things. Worst GM means the bogus trades that you made, the all the money you threw at free agents, that you wrecked your whole team by spending so much on one player, and also by the moves that you didn't make. See, sometimes the best trade is no trade, and let's just be honest, sometimes the best thing to do is make a move. So worst GM. Here's the nominees for worst GM. Black Star, BS, Dre, and SFG, Migusta Morte, used to be known as Let's Go Me. Those are the nominees for worst GM. These guys wrecked their teams, never recovered from the moves that they made, and I'm hopeful that this Madden, they'll learn from the mistakes that they made. Now I've seen Black Star name trend a lot, and yes, Black Star definitely made some foolish moves, right? But in my opinion, he wasn't the worst GM. Well, to be honest with you, any one of these guys could have won this award. To be honest with you, any one of these guys could have won this award hands down. But when I had to really sit and think about this one for a second, and I said, who made the most head scratching moves that I just couldn't figure out? And that person is none other than SFG Migusta Morte. Now, y'all know that was the Eagles and Wit. That's Let's Go Me and Wit. Now, remember, for some reason, he was so obsessed with making trades for draft picks that he was trading guys. He was trading the same guy he traded off his team. He traded to get them back and got nothing for it. So when I remember seeing stuff like that, I definitely was like, yo, all right, this is like not making no sense at all. So, he had to get this award, man. There's a thing that's called overtrading, and some of you guys definitely overtrade. Anytime you trade a player off your team and then trade to get him back, what was the point in that? So, but again, any of these guys could have won. Dre made horrible moves. You know what I'm saying? His Atlanta Falcon team never recovered after the first season. Like it was always downhill after that. He never recovered from the moves that he made. BS, I felt like BS problem is he just don't want to make no moves. You know what I'm saying? And when you just stay pat, that's not a good thing. You got to make some moves sometime. And even when you don't make moves, BS just never had no off-season splash. He never had a big free agent nothing like that. So, those are my nominees for worst GM, but I had to give that to the Eagles user, Let's Go Me from SFG. Moving right along, we got best GM. Now, these guys are guys that you look up on their squads and you say, man, how do you put together these teams, right? So here we go. This one I did five nominees for this one. And the nominees for this one for best GM was Claw, Murph, Relly, Bat, and Jeter. These are my nominees for best GM. These are the guys that when you looked at their team, you were like, yo, wow, they got something at every position, right? I remember certain moves that was made, and I was like, well, that was pretty big, impressive, This was hard to give out too. Is the thing about this, right? Now, when you think of Claw, right, and you think of Claw teams that he had names everywhere. To be honest, he had names everywhere. Like a lot of times when you played Claw and looked up, he had a star under everybody out there, right? But here's my problem with Claw. Claw was making these crazy trades with guys that didn't even making moves with Black Star and all of that. So I mean, yeah, all right, cool, you did what you did, but nah, you didn't really, nah. I had to give this award to Murph. You know what I'm saying? My opinion, Murph. Yeah, but even with that, right? I ain't even gonna get into that right now, because if I start speaking about draft and stuff, I'm gonna be in here a whole nother hour. I ain't even gonna speak on that. That draft stuff, man, it's not what you think. But anyway, I went with Murph in this one, man, because Murph to me, when you look up at Murph teams, right? Murph make moves that when you look up at his team, you be like, man, Murph got a dope team over there. But Murph always puts together good teams. Murph always trades. Murph reminds me of Bill Belichick, right? You know how they say Bill Belichick will get rid of you too early before it's too late. That's Murph. I got to give Murph his credit on that. Murph will get rid of guys. Murph will be the main one to chat who trading, right? And Murph make moves. You know what I'm saying? He make moves. So I got to give, and he's been doing this every Madden. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain guys that just knows how to just build squads up. And Murph is definitely one of them guys. So I had to give Murph his just due on that. So shout out to Murph. In my opinion, best GM. You know what I'm saying? Best GM. He knows how to get the pieces that he need, and he make it do what it do after that. Next, we got best offense. And best offense means all around. Best passer, good passer, good rusher. So this is overall right here. Best offensive player. Nominees for this award goes to Bap, Pearl, Live Kid, and Claw. These my nominees for best offense, right? Like I say, these guys are the guys that when you stop in the pass, they're able to get off with the run, and when you stop in the run, they're able to get off with the pass, right? That's what makes overall, and this award went to no other than P.E. Earl. I feel like P.E. Earl was like, Pearl is deadly, right? Pearl is deadly with his offense. Like, we all know that, but again, this is like well-rounded. This ain't got nothing to do with best passer or best rusher. But I feel like overall, and it's been like this for the last couple of Mads now, Pearl has always pretty much had one of the overall most balanced offense than anybody in these leagues. You know, so shout out to you, Pearl. You know, well deserved. And you know, we had to tackle that. Next, we got most clutch. Now, most clutch means, you know, when their back is against the wall and they need that big play. You know, they're pulling this out. You know, I remember, I think it was last Madden. Matter of fact, last Madden, when y'all used to see me post things like Heartbreak Hotel, that's because I was breaking somebody's heart by having these last second wins, you know, these comeback wins and everything like that. Like, I was known for doing that. You know, I've had my fair share in this last Madden as well. You know, so, you know, with that being said, man, you know, there's certain type of guys that, you know, when they need that big play or when they need like D play, like for somehow, some way, they pull that out. And the nominees for this award is Why Not, who was myself, Claw, P.E. Earl, who else we had? Oh, Murph and Carnage. Those were the guys that I felt like, you know, when back was against the wall, they was known for making a big play. But we had to give it to one, and I can't lie, is the person that I picked on this one. I witnessed a lot of last second magic or like a big play that they needed to help them get over, and I had to give it to Claw. Claw definitely was the most clutch player in my opinion in last Madden. Dude had a lot of last like big plays late in games to, like, whether it was defense. Remember, defense too. Defense is a clutch play, like defensive stops. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had to give that to Claw. You know what I'm saying? Claw definitely deserved that. So he got most clutched. And shout out to Claw. I haven't even heard from Claw, so I gotta find out if he even playing in this Madden or if he out of the mix. I haven't heard from him, so, you know, I'm gonna reach out to him. And the last award of the night is the MVP award, most valuable player. Well, when I said I made a mistake earlier when I said the tie. I said there was a tie, and that was the only tie. That's not true. There's also a tie in this one for MVP of Madden 22. So, you know, got co-winners, man. Co-winners. You understand? Co-winners. We had to get that. But this one was only three people in this for this nominee, and that was Claw, P.E. Earl, and Live Kid. Now, I know Claw won more Super Bowls. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I definitely forgot about that one. But I know Claw won more Super Bowls than all these guys, right? But I gotta be honest, Live Kid was not with us for a long period of time like the other guys. And I'm telling you, the guy three-peated in ITT and he won the Money League. So I can't just look at because you wasn't down that long, but I gotta look at I gotta look at the work that you put in. You understand? So, you know, this award went to Claw and Live Kid. You understand? These guys pretty much, when you think about it, most of the bowls is between them two. You know, ITT, Live Kid, aka Jaja, he won all the bowls. We only had 3 seasons. The 4th season, we didn't even get through, but he won all the bowls in that one. You know what I'm saying? And he won the only season we had in the Money League. He won that one. So that's 4 bowls that this man had. I don't know how many Claw had, but I know Claw had more than that. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to just leave Live Kid out because he had less. I think that if he would have played and just as much as other leagues have other guys, he would have probably had just as much as Claw. So I had to put that in consideration. So shout out to Claw, shout out to Live Kid. You guys were forced to be reckoned with. Yeah, I know Claw had a lot of cheesy stuff with him and all of that, but still in all, man, you got to give guys they just do, because let me tell you something. If you put other guys on that same team, they wouldn't have put the same work in. Let's just be honest here. You understand? So it's not just about, oh, look at the team you have. Well, if you feel like that, then you know why certain guys wasn't even making the playoffs when they had good teams. So it ain't just about the team. It's also about the work that you're putting in. You know. Yeah, I know. Claude definitely had Swiss cheese with him. You know what I'm saying? But still in all, you know, he was beatable. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely lost games. You know what I'm saying? He definitely lost games. You know, so but you know, listen, I don't just get caught up into, you know, look at the team you have, because like I said, man, some guys had great teams and couldn't even make the playoffs. So it still boils down to what you're doing on the field. But yeah, I definitely had to give guys their credit. You know what I'm saying? So before I get off, let me just touch on you know, a few things. But yeah, that was Madden 22 awards. You know, we had to get that done. I didn't want to get 23 jumping and didn't get that out. I had to give guys their credit. You know what I'm saying? Now look, as far as the way I'm moving with the leagues, that's on you guys. And what I mean by that is that you guys are gonna have to tell me what you want to do. All right, Wit is jumping off, right? Wit is gonna be the first league to pop off, whatever it takes, right? That's the name of the league, Wit. For anybody that's trying to say what does Wit mean, Wit means whatever it takes. So whatever it takes is gonna jump off first. AGS, any given Sunday, is gonna jump off shortly after. And when I say shortly after, meaning like when whatever it takes start, I'll probably start AGS up in probably like week 3 or week 4 of WIT. Now, y'all know last year I did 3 leagues. I did ITT, which means in the trenches, and AGL. Yeah, I'm just giving y'all the names for the abbreviations in case guys always want to know what that meant. AGS means any given Sunday. ITT means in the trenches. Those are the names of my leagues. So I had 3 leagues last year, and I did a 4th one for the Money League at the tail end of last Madden. I gotta be honest, I'm not gonna be able to do 3 leagues this year. If I do 3 leagues, if I do 3 leagues, the 3rd league is gonna be the Money League. I'm not gonna do 3 leagues and then do a Money League. You know, what's the deal, bro? What it do? Who that? I don't recognize that name. Jonah 10. Who's that? Who's Jonah 10? You switch your names up on me? You ain't been have no Jonah 10. Who's Jonah 10? Why you switched up your name like that? Oh. What up, my boy? What it do? You see me? I'm over here, you know, going through the motions of this game and everything. You know, back like we never left. Yeah, again, if we're gonna do 3 leagues, you know, if y'all want to do 3 leagues, the 3rd league is gonna be the Money League. If y'all want to do that, let me know. You know, I know. Nah, I know back when he said, I remember JR. That's my guy. The 3rd league, remember the Money League that we just did in Madden 22. I ain't gonna front. It was fun. We turned the abilities off. You know, it was fun. It was like old Madden, like regular, just, you know, regular style. Wasn't no abilities. Wasn't none of that. I think that was pretty fun. I had fun playing that. I'm not gonna do that this time around, even if we do a Money League, because I kind of feel like the way this Madden is, you don't need to do that. Like the way the defensive stuff is, man. Like, you know, what I like about this Madden is that they made the defense catch up with the offense. I mean, let's just be honest. I know guys talk about the pass rush is this and that. Listen, man, the defense finally caught up to the offense. The offense was always like, had a few steps ahead of the defense. Now the defense is caught up to the offense. So I don't think we should take nothing off. We don't got to take no abilities and anything like that off. You know what I mean? So we're going to rock out the way it is. Now, again, I say it's up to you guys. If you guys want to do the Money League, y'all let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to say, oh, we're doing the Money League. That's up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all come, if we got enough users for it, and y'all saying, yo, bro, keep that Money League going, then we'll keep it going. But as of right now, I'm just going to do whatever it takes in any given Sunday. You understand? That's the 2 leagues I'm doing. If I do a 3rd league, it will be the Money League. There won't be no more 3 free leagues. If I'm going to do 3 leagues, the 3rd league got to be a Money League. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Or, oh, you back, bro? All right, say no more. Or, if y'all want to do one league with whatever it takes and make AGS a Money League, we can do that too. It's up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm open to anything. The only thing I'm telling you I'm not doing is 3 leagues and a Money League. I ain't got that in me. But I definitely can do 1 free league and 1 Money League, or I can do 2 free leagues and 1 Money League. It's up to y'all. We got time. Y'all don't have to let me know nothing right now. I'll be back in the chat. I'm back in the chats and everything. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I still, got some days where you probably won't hear from me in the chat because I got a lot that I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, things in my personal life, and when you got things you're trying to take care of, when you look up, man, ain't no time for nothing. So, but other than that, I'm back though. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. So y'all gotta let me know what y'all want to do. If y'all want to have the Money League going, we bring the Money League. We make it do what it do. A couple of guys, well, not a couple, but I just know one in particular that's not playing this Madden, and I think I ain't hear from a few others. So you guys have to let me know, what y'all gonna do, because I don't want to leave nobody out these leagues, you know what I'm saying? So I done DM'd everybody. I DM'd everybody from the WIT chat already and asked them to send me their teams, that they top 5 teams that they like. You know what I'm saying? So if you haven't sent me your teams, I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna assume that maybe you just not playing or whatever, and I'm just gonna move on and fill up the league the way what I gotta do. So I want to have everybody with their list of teams, with at least by Tuesday, Wednesday the latest, because if we all play exhibition games right now, I feel like, if we're going to play exhibition games, wouldn't it be dope to start practicing with the team you're going to have in the league? So I want to let guys know who they have soon as possible. So for you guys that haven't let me know, which is not many, most of you guys gave me your list of teams already. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. But yeah, like I was saying, most of you guys already sent me the list of teams that y'all want. So I'm gonna get to working on that, and as for myself, like, I don't know which way. I can't lie. It's a lot of talent scattered all over the league. I got to be honest with you. It's a lot of teams to look at. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel, but it's a lot of teams that I looked at with a lot of stuff. I'm like, they got this dude. Oh, all right. Like, it's a lot of options on here to go with. I can't front. It's a lot of options. And that's even the Jets. Like, the Jets team that nobody normally would look at definitely have talent over there. Like, definitely got, at least when it comes to Madden. Now, what they do in real life, that's one thing. But on this game, the Jets is definitely somebody that, the Jets is definitely a team that I think people will enjoy playing with, because they got a lot of potential over there, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of teams have that. A lot of teams got pieces over there that you can build, and remember, y'all know how my leagues go, and whatever it takes, we went 7 seasons strong. Like, we never rebooted. We got 7 seasons in. You understand? So y'all already know y'all got to put some time in who you want, because there's no reboot. Whoever you get, that's what you get. But that's what makes That's what makes the league so dope, because we ain't no reboot, ain't no reset. Like, you gotta grind. Like, you gotta really put the work in. Like, and then some of you guys gotta be better GMs this Madden than you was last year. Some of you guys made the most horrific moves on your team and you never recovered from that. Never. I'm talking about some of you guys messed your team up so much in the second season or the first season, and you never recovered after that. Never got back. The pieces that you gave up, you never replaced. The one thing I never understood about the way some of you guys trades is that some of you guys will trade a guy, right, and then have to replace that guy. Like, why did you just trade a stud off your team that's now have to be replaced? You understand? So you think the guy that you got for him is a replacement player, but he really not. It's a whole different position. Even if you got the same position, he ain't what you just had. And then now you figure, well, I'm going to get a draft pick, and remember, you could do it that way. In case for some of you guys don't know, some of you guys, let me just say this real quick. Some of you guys that trade with certain guys and get a first round pick, do you know that's really like a second round pick? Like, some of you guys trade with guys and top guys at that. Some of you guys trade with top guys, and the top guy will give you a first round pick, and that pick will be like a 29th pick. You're not getting a top 5 talent with the 28th pick. That's like a high second round. That's like an early second round pick. So, I just seen that so much, and it was just like mind boggling. Like, some of you guys just kept falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You know what I mean? Like, constantly. Like, I'm sitting here trying to figure out, like, yo, how do you keep trading with this dude and taking his first, and that's a late first? You understand? Like, if you ain't getting top 5, top 10 picks, yo, you better off just leaving that alone. You know what I mean? Like, you guys will give up a top player off your team and get a 27 pick and get some guy that he traded to you who's good, but not what you just had. Like, I'm telling you now, there's certain teams that I'm looking at that I know I'm not trading, because certain guys is part of the reason why I'm even looking at them. So if I'm going to give up that guy, the replacement got to be just like him. You understand? Like, for instance, if I wanted to take a team like let's just say the Bengals, and because of Mixon, right? I like their running back Mixon. If I take a team like the Bengals, if I get rid of Mixon, I got to bring in somebody who's a Mixon caliber type guy. I can't go from Mixon to getting a guy who's a star player, you know what I'm saying, but not even nowhere near what Mixon can do. Nah, Mixon was the reason why I even looked at the Bengals. But some of you guys made the bogus trades, got these first round picks, and these first round picks is really early second round picks. Never understood that. So I'm hoping some of you guys put your thinking caps on this Madden and straighten up on your trades. But again, your trades got to get approved anyway. And it's not that all the commissioners got to agree. It's just majority. If majority commissioners say, yo, it's good, then it's good. We ain't going to turn this to no science project. You know what I mean? So, but again, I like what this Madden offers. Like, the one thing I see so far is that you don't get time. Nah, you good, bro. You'll be able to get in. The one thing I like about this Madden so far, that a lot of cheese stuff that dudes like to run last Madden, you don't got time for right now. And even with that, the defense just plays better, period. Like the zone coverage, everything plays better. So, I'm to be quite honest with you, I'm ready to start the league now. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't just do things because I want to. I let y'all tell me. And the reason why I want to kind of start now is because everybody's still on the learning curve. You understand? Like, I don't like to really wait for everybody to feel like, yo, I'm good. Nah, we all learn and together. You understand? I think it's pretty dope to see who comes out doing anything from the start, and who comes out slow but then picks it up. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, from what I heard, it's not no ebooks out right now. Somebody said that the other day. Somebody said niggas just want to wait for the ebook to start coming out on YouTube. I don't use ebooks and none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and y'all can tell just by the way I play. Like, I'm gonna win my way, I'm gonna lose my way. I'm not going to no ebooks. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going that hard. I ain't doing all that. You know. But y'all get with me and let me know if y'all want to start the league up. This week, well, I am gonna tell you what I'm gonna do different. Also, every league that I do for the first season. Because the free agency always can be annoying, right? You set a time, you be like, oh, free agency opens up 8 o'clock. You got guys that go in 7:59 to start signing guys. So what I decided to do was we're gonna do the hats. I'm gonna pick the names, the lottery. We're gonna do lottery picks, and we're gonna start the free agency a week in advance, right? So if I say the league start next Friday, free agency opens up Monday. So what that means is that if you got the second pick, if you got the first pick, you can make your pick on Monday. If you got the second pick, you know what I'm saying? You can also pick on Monday. If you can't pick early Monday, you got to pick Monday night. You can do that as well. But this way, we ain't slowing down no league, because if I say free agency, if I say the league starts Friday 8 o'clock, and I say free agency opens up Friday at 12 noon. The problem with that is that some guys is already out and not going to be home. So now you're going to lose your time. What, you're going to lose your pick because you're not home? I don't think that's right. So if the league start Friday and I open up free agency on Monday, there is no slowing the league up. You ain't holding nobody up because the league start Friday anyway. Now, with that being said, you're only going to have about 10 hours to make your pick. If you can't make a pick, if you can't pick an offensive player and a defensive player within 10 hours, then you're just going to lose your spot, and we're going to keep it moving. So that's what we're going to do. So whenever the free agency will open up a week, and it's only for the first season of every league, because after the first season, you know how free agency is ran. First season, you got the guys on there, and I don't want to go through that guys jumping the gun, picking guys early. So we're going to have it where that free agency starts on Monday or whenever. It's going to be like a week before the season kickoff. So this way, everybody will have time to pick who they want. So even if you didn't get to pick your guy in the morning or in the afternoon, even if you pick them at night or the next morning, you're not slowing up the league. You understand? Because the league's not going to start till days after anyway. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to do as far as that. That's what we're going to do as far as that, free agency wise, only for the first season. Like I said, after that, y'all know how free agency goes. But this is just to eliminate all the headaches in first season. All the guys that act like they don't know how to tell time. The guys that lie and say, oh, my clock say 8. Knowing that their clock says 2 minutes before. I don't feel like going through that. So that's how I'm going to do it. But again, y'all guys, reach out to the chat. Like, hit the chat up. Let it be known. Yo, we should start the league up such and such time. Y'all know I go by majority. If majority guys say wait till a roster update is here, after like week 2 of the real NFL season, we can do that. If majority of you guys are saying, nah, bro, let's put it in motion this upcoming week or whatever, or 2 weeks from now, we can do that too. Y'all let me know. I'm always here, open to whatever y'all want to do. You understand? So I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious to see how guys play. Like I say, a lot of stuff that another thing is a lot of stuff guys was doing last Madden, all of that quarterback rollout. As soon as you say hike, that's dead. Me, myself, I was never playing like that, but there are some guys that started, as soon as they call hike, they was automatically rolling out, because we all know last Madden, that was a cheese, quarterback scramble, like that was just like OD. But now it's a little different. The more you roll out, the more you actually helping out the DEs, the defensive ends. So it's going to be interesting. Some guys are going to have to adapt and make adjustments, but, some will, some won't. Some will take longer than others. And, that's just the way it is. It's like that every man. It's a learning curve, but I definitely like the direction that the game is going in. Some of you guys probably still going to play on classic when it comes to passing. Me, myself, I'm never going back to classic. I'm precision passing from here on out. That's why I play more games in practice mode than anything, because I'm still trying to learn how this precision passing thing go. What I do like about it, though, is that you still can overthrow, underthrow guys, just like It is an NFL. The NFL, when you watch a game, there's plenty of incomplete passes. Incomplete passes shouldn't just be when a defender knock it down. Incomplete passes should also be he overthrew a guy, he underthrew a guy. So I like the fact that I see that with this precision passing. So I'm sticking with precision passing. I'm never going back to classic. I like the fact that I could put that ball in a position either I get it or nobody get it. I like that. So this Madden is pretty dope. I can't even front. Like, I like the direction that it's going in. Hopefully they won't put these patches out that ruin the game. You know how they do with that as well. So we'll see how this thing play out. But yeah, man. Like I say, fifth quarter, all that is here. Live Kid, I don't know if you're still on here listening, but if you are, hit me in the DM, bro. Let me know, what you're doing as far as league wise and all of that. You know what I'm saying? JR, you already let me know what you're trying to do, so that's cool. But we rocking and rolling, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what's what. Again, think about what team you want, because there is no reboot. So whatever team you got, that's who you got. And you have to make it work. You're gonna have to make it work. So think about it. Even if you sent me teams already, if you wanna scratch off or make some changes, you can. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It ain't no, you sent me this, that's it. You can't send me nothing else. You know what I mean? Because me, myself, I'm looking at the rosters. I spent more time looking at the rosters than I did playing so far, to be honest. Because I know what I like. I know what I'm looking for. So that's why, for me, there's a lot of directions I could go. So I'm going to continue to look at these rosters. And, that's why I kind of want to wait for a roster update to come out after a couple of weeks of the real NFL, because rosters will look a little different. But again, it's no biggie. If like I said, if guys want to go and put this thing in motion, we go and put it in motion. Plain and simple. But I'm here. I'll be reaching out to guys in the chat about who's trying to get some work, who's trying to play a scrimmage game and all of that. You know what I mean? I see you guys been getting it in. Some of you guys been playing, and that's good. That's good work. That's good work. So once again, as far as broadcasting, man, get all that taken care of before the league start. If you're a Twitch guy, get them settings straight to where is that the game can still be seen after you played. And if you're a YouTube guy, man, get your cash straight. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. You got enough time. And the funny thing is, everybody that got a so-called broadcast issue, you guys know who you are. So work on it now. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait for the league to start. You know who you are. You know if you got broadcasting issues or not. So work on it now. Don't wait. Let's keep this league running smooth and stress-free as possible. All right? I probably won't touch back down with y'all until sometime this week, just to go live again, to talk about some more about the leagues, up-and-coming leagues or whatever. But yo, man, appreciate y'all. At one point, we had 11 guys on here. I think 13 guys on here for a second. No, but appreciate you guys for tuning in. Catching up with the Madden Awards. Once again, thanks for all the support, the way y'all rock with your boy from last Madden from beginning to end. I know y'all do the same on this one. As a commissioner, I'm always going to do my part. I'm going to always be fair. I'm going to always be honest. And I'm not going to be biased, even to my co-commissioners. I'm not going to be biased to nobody. I'm going to call this thing how I need to be called, down the middle. So until then, man, I'll catch up with y'all. I'll be in touch. I'll definitely be in touch. Anybody need me, DM me or whatever. And right now it's all exhibition, baby. This is all preseason. This is all preseason work. Get that preseason working. Get them reps in. Get them reps in. I would suggest everybody to at least try the precision passing. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But I would take this time out to at least practice it. This exhibition. This ain't the league. I wouldn't suggest you wait till the league to start, then start playing with it. So play with it now. Why stick with classic and these games don't mean nothing? This is all about learning the game and things like that. So I would advise everybody to try that precision passing. It makes a difference. It definitely makes a difference. So I'll holler at y'all, man. Until the next time, I'm gone.